What's up, guys? Welcome in. I am so excited for today's episode because I have someone who I have known for years, who I absolutely love. Today's going to be all about dating because I'm with the original millionaire matchmaker, Miss Patti Stanger herself, and we just get right into it. So enjoy this episode. I love Austin. I think there might be more men in Austin, though.
Well, because a lot of LA wanted a state that didn't have, state tax.
Yeah, exactly.
So they go to Miami, South Florida, or they go to Austin.
Yeah.
And some went to Nashville. It's sprinkled around. And the men left in COVID. They realized, like, I've talked to so many men, and they're like, I didn't realize I could make money at my computer and not have to go to the office. So all Wall Street now is like digital. They don't even, I was there last week. It was like empty.
Wow.
I was like, where is everyone? They're like, oh, they're in their homes, like working from their houses. And then when I was in Silicon, I tried to break our business into Silicon because we're global.
That would be huge.
But they are hairy monkeys. They look like Sasquatch. They live in their houses. They have pictures of them with beards down to their ankles going, will you hike with me?
Really?
And they don't leave their houses. There isn't a spectrum there, a very bad spectrum there.
Well, that makes sense.
So I was like, okay, where are the men? Where are the men? So that's what
Where
I'm
are
doing.
the men?
That's what I'm doing right now.
You're hiding. Scouring, trying to.
And there's a lot of, did you see the video where the guy's in a dress and he goes, will you chase me? Will you ask me out? Will you make the reservation? You had it a couple weeks ago on your podcast.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, I think I sent it to you. I might have sent it to you. And then I said, this is what's happening. I had a guy, really rich, San Francisco, good looking, go, oh, okay, you call me. Like, we exchange numbers on the group text. I was like, no, I'm old school.
Yeah, no.
And then he goes, let's FaceTime and let's see if it hits. And like, maybe you'll come up here. And I go, no, I don't FaceTime and I don't hit like that.
Oh, wait, hold on. Why won't you FaceTime? Because I
won't.
Okay, tell me why you won't.
I'm super intuitive.
Uh-huh.
And the thing is, like, you're gorgeous. So you're used to making content all day long. I'm way older. I could be your grandmother.
No, hardly.
And so, like, I don't think I look great on FaceTime. I've checked myself. I go, I really don't like the way I look in FaceTime. There must be a distortion.
Oh, interesting.
And then I go, but I'm better in person.
Yeah.
So if I think a guy is worth putting hair and makeup on and putting on a short skirt, I'd rather meet him in person the first time, whether it's drinks or dinner.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty intuitive. I can tell in 5 seconds on the phone, like, are they a narcissist?
Yes.
I'm really good like that.
I know immediately also if I'm going to like someone or not. I've always been like that. And I've had a lot of people be like, well, if the first date was okay, you should give them a second date. And I stand by, no, I will never all of a sudden start liking someone out of nowhere. So do you agree with that or not?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was watching you recently because, I know you forever.
Yeah.
And you've really grown up, by the way. You're an amazing mom.
Thanks.
You have an amazing business. You are very clear-headed. You're Capricorn. You have like this, I know what I want. I'm not going to settle. You had your fun with Cowboy. And now it's like, I want to get serious because my kids are growing up. You're still going to do soccer and stuff like that. But, they're at the age where, like, I don't need you, Mom, right now.
They want to be with their friends all the time now. And I'm, like, at my house by myself. Like, it'd be really nice to have someone.
To sit on the couch. Like, I'm watching Ginny and Georgia right now on Netflix. I'm like, she's sitting on the couch even though she's, arrested. And I'm going, oh, my God, like, I want that. I want someone who loves me that much.
I know.
Who will stand by me if I get, convicted killer or whatever.
Exactly.
So I know what you're feeling. So, like, you're simple. Look, we both love to cook. You're really organic like I am.
Mm-hmm.
And we just want that mate that matches your frequency. So what happens is as women level up, because we're the smarter sex, we use both sides of our brain, the corpus callosum, this is science, and we learn faster and quicker. We're working on ourselves. So a girl will break up and she'll go, I don't know why I broke up, like I did with my ex. And then I go work on myself, whether I go to the Hoffman Institute or take EMDR or whatever. Like I just heard Sandra Bullock just did EMDR. And we're going to find that specialty, that healer, that psychic, that therapist. A guy goes, oh, she just broke up with me. This is really awful. I'm eating Haagen-Dazs, watching sports, miserable. I got to get another girl.
Exactly.
And they immediately go on the app or wherever they have to go. And they go from one to the one to the one till they hit because they don't want to feel their feelings.
Exactly. I have always said this. Guys cannot sit in it. So they immediately go to the next girl. And I think not only the apps, even Instagram has basically become
that's a dating service.
Right. It literally is.
I'm not going to say, I don't want to say Jay too much, but if you look at Jay, he's a really good, on paper, he's this really good looking man, has a great career. And then other girls are going, Kristin was married to him. Oh my God, he's gold. He's stock market value. And they start hitting it. Like Nick Val, when I worked with him on my show.
Oh, he's great. He's been on the podcast.
I said, how'd you meet your wife who's quite younger?
Yeah.
And wink, wink. And he goes, she slid in my DMs. And I'm like, okay, well, there it is. There's my whole platform of what I talk about. And women don't get choices like that. How many straight men of your age are on Instagram chasing? And then they're like, well, she's so rich. She's so good looking. How am I going to, oh my God, I won't be able to level up. Like I was looking at Carly Wad. She had an interesting thing happen. And she's in Nashville. She saw this guy on the news. He was a lawyer. And then she slipped into his DM.
Okay, so hold on, because aren't you pretty traditional in the sense where you think the guy should be approaching the woman?
Absolutely.
So, but now you've just told me a couple stories.
But I can't do it.
I wasn't trained.
Me. You were Chicago.
Yeah.
I am New York and New Jersey. There is no way. I can hear my father screaming at my ear. Don't do that.
I know.
And so then eventually you get in a relationship and you were thinking like, I chased him. Does he really love me? And sometimes 3-4 years in, he changes his mind and goes finds another girl. I want to know that he saw me as the one and he said, carpe diem it.
Gotta have it.
I'm the gatherer, you're the hunter.
Exactly. That's how I feel too. I can't either. I agree. I want him to put in a little effort in the beginning and kind of work for it a little bit. Sorry.
When you've had your babies, when the eggs are popping, there's twice. There's like obviously our period, from 1835 where eggs are popping.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing happens right before menopause. So people go wacky crazy.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, women will go into pursuit towards men because it's jumping downstairs.
Oh.
And so you're like out of that phase. You're like, I already had that, did that. Okay, who do you like? When a man shows up, you're like, what do you got? What do you got?
I literally am at that phase right now. And, and I think it's a good thing because I've said my life feels very full. I'm very content and happy my own. I'm happy. So I'm not looking to just have a warm body next to me. It's got to be someone who's really bringing something to the table. But that's really hard to find.
But let's talk about the fact that you have your peace now. So a woman gets her peace. Like I'm in this happy place in my life that I never dreamed I would be single. Mm-hmm. Like when my ex called me, he's like, "So who'd you take to the concert?" I went to a concert. And I go, "No one." He goes, "What do you mean?" He goes, "You're not dating anyone?" I go, "No, I'm in this place of peace. And if the right person doesn't match my frequency or my vibration, I'm really not into it." And he was in shock.
Yeah.
He was in freaking shock.
Because they can't do that.
Because, one ex keeps calling me and asking me to marry him, and he's looking for love in Sacramento. And I'm like, okay, go to. And
feels kind of good, right?
I'm really good friends with him because he keeps asking me to marry him, and I said, no, I'm not right for you. But here's what you do: go to yoga class, go to spirit, go to church on Sunday. Like,
hold on. I want to hear the list of where you're telling guys to go.
Okay, so
and then I want to talk about where I should be going too.
First stop is anything spiritual, metaphysical, spiritual, woo woo. Who cares? Don't care your belief. Put your belief at the door. Second is like church, temple, the mosque, wherever you go, because women go more than men.
Yeah.
And whoever runs the church, like the minister, the priest, he's going to be like, come here. The rabbi's going to be like, look what I got. Single person, gold mine.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's one thing. The third thing is yoga class and Pilates.
A genius for a guy.
My ex, David, would go to Pilates when we were dating, and I got a little nervous because I was like, "You're going to Pilates?" Like my back hurts and da 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 da. My somebody recommended it, and I said, "How many girls are in there?" He was like 80% women, a few men.
Yeah,
and I'm like, "Is anyone hitting on you?" Like I was in shock that he went to Pilates, but now I realize that's a gold mine for men.
Totally. And it's because it's always the cutest girls.
Right, exactly.
Okay, so where should the women be going? I was just going to say, I feel like I need to pick up golf as a hobby.
Okay, golf is number one.
Okay.
You get an older man in golf. You won't get a 25-year-old.
No, okay.
Unless he's the caddy. But you would get an older man in golf. And anybody who belongs to a country club is rich.
Right.
Because you saw what the dues are lately. They're insane, like 100,000, 200,000. So you're going to find them. But if you find one married man at one of these clubs, a finance guy, a lawyer, he's going to know somebody single.
Okay.
And you're you're a good age group right now. This age group, like.
I feel like I'm the worst age group.
Did you turn 40 yet or no?
No, I have a year and a half.
Okay, so you're approaching 40.
Yeah.
This is the great age group because everybody's getting divorced.
See, okay, I feel like it's about to start popping for me. Everyone in my life is still married. That's honestly been probably my biggest issue with dating in Tennessee.
I'm very homey.
Everyone's married. I have no single guys around me. And I got back on Raya in the spring.
You did?
I did, but it's fun for 2 weeks. And then
they're all out of town.
Everyone's out of town.
Yeah.
And everyone that I was seeing, I feel like everyone's a little bit younger than me, no kids. And I'm like, I can't do younger again, and I can't do someone with no kids.
I don't want you to do younger. If they have 1 kid, 2 kid, like older, like in college, great.
Ideal.
Perfect. Great for your kids, great for their kids. Good Brady Bunch match.
Yes.
But we got to start asking the single guys in finance and equity, where men are, because men are in those industries more than they are. And like doctors, man, I don't know how much money they make these days.
Right.
You know, but lawyers, yes. Lawyers,
yeah.
good. And
but
so
where are they hanging out?
They're
like, where
hanging
am I
out
finding
at
them?
the courthouse. They're hanging out.
I just go post up in front of the courthouse.
Okay, the finance guys belong to private clubs. So you have private clubs in Nashville.
We do.
Like there's a bunch of them, right?
There actually are. That's
so
why
maybe we need to start joining private clubs and circulating with the social director there, whoever plans the events, and saying, "Hey, girl, be my friend. I'll put you on my podcast now."
Yeah,
you know, like
exactly.
Start using your, or give you some jewelry from Uncommon
Done,
James.
easy, yeah.
Right.
Okay, that's what I need to, well, because I know I joke and there's memes about this on TikTok all the time, but it's like I have to leave my house if I want to meet someone. Like I'm bitching that I can't meet anyone. And then even in LA, I've been in LA the last weekend. I haven't even done
nobody's
anything.
walking around here. They forget
No, I know,
this.
that's true.
So I think I will fix you up as your matchmaker. I'm going to be your matchmaker.
I love you.
And
yes,
and
please.
anyway, and you can join matchmakers. I have a whole network from high to low, whatever you can afford. You're not paying, but high to low. And you go to a matchmaker because we screen everybody. And then we have our own database. And we're like my company, Millionaires Club, is the leading matchmaker in the world now.
So how many people do you have? Is it on retainer? Is that how it works?
They pay up front for the money. Usually it's $100,000. And the women have become the clients. And it's 80% women and 20% man now. That is statistically through the industry.
Do you feel like matchmaking has sort of had this resurgence now because people are over the apps?
The last 6 months. I don't know what the hell happened. Because in COVID, we had a good resurgence because everybody had to stay home. But everybody has gotten off this. Now, I'm not blaming Whitney at Bumble because I love her. I'm not blaming the guys at Tinder. What I'm saying is, why do you keep getting the bottom feeders of the universe? They look like they fell out of prison. Okay.
I know.
And I mean, like, these are the worst people, like criminals, they look like.
I know.
I said, why aren't you getting a higher quality? So that's why matchmakers take her off, because we're screening everybody. We make sure they pay, you know, they don't have criminal records. They have where they work on LinkedIn is really where they work.
Right.
They have good family, good friends, their backgrounds, their ex-girlfriends.
Right.
You know,
well, because even Raya, I'm like, so I was on it last fall, and it was the first time I was ever on an app. I loved it. I went on 4 dates from it. They met great guys, I will say. Got off of it. I'm back on it. And at first there was a couple new guys that popped up, but now it's the exact same guys from a year ago.
10 guys. I remember
it's literally, the pool is so small.
I was on it, and I said Ben Affleck was on it on a talk show, and I got thrown off. So, Raya, will you take me back, please?
Wow.
Remember you used to scream for Raya to take your friend on?
Oh, I know.
What was her name? I forget her name.
Beeks.
You should like, please, Raya, please, Raya.
We were like, please, Raya. Yes, that's so funny. I love that you remember that. I have not seen Ben Affleck on it. I've seen
he was on it like right before J-Lo. That was when I was on it.
Oh, okay,
and then, you know, it was also a couple of other actors that I'd see. You know?
Yeah, I've seen a few.
And I'd be like, oh my God, here are the same people.
It's the same people.
And they won't accept new ones. And they also didn't do older people. They were mostly doing the 20-something
Oh, interesting. Well, okay, that makes sense because most guys are younger than me. Yeah. Why?
You need over 40.
Has to be over 40.
I mean, a 45-year-old sweet spot or 50 would be amazing.
That's what I think. Like a 45-year-old businessman, like someone that's not famous.
Doesn't anyone own a ranch there?
I'm looking. I've been
Are we gonna have to ask
Tennessee.
like Jimmy John Leotold to fix you up? Right?
I know.
Leslie, Jimmy,
Let's go,
I'm asking you to help
guys.
this one.
I know, honestly. But what do you think about the apps? Because I decided I hate them.
I don't like them right now. But
Why?
I don't like I like the technology.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't like the biology because there's no one. I mean, I don't want to swipe for 1,000 hours to find a college graduate. Like I went to college, University of Miami, go Canes, Alex Earltown. And no, I don't want to spend time like talking on the phone to a moron who's never like read a book. You know? So I need the filterization is wrong. I'm trying to get financing to create the next app. Which filters everything out to give you what we want, and it would be AI, and it would go outside the app. So, like, if I needed somebody on LinkedIn, it would go to LinkedIn, or it would go to another business site.
I love that.
A YPO might be good for you too.
A YPO?
Young Business Professionals group. Because, like, then you're meeting men. There are a lot more men in those groups.
Well, that's
like the Harvard Club and you know, Princeton and Penn and all them.
Okay.
But I realized Nashville is beautiful, small, and hip. But when you get to a certain age, you kind of get maxed out because you're no longer going to the bars on that main drag.
On Broadway.
Broadway. Like
I do that once in a blue moon.
Although that is fun.
It is fun.
It's great to see new acts. I like new acts.
Yes, exactly.
Like the Bluebird.
Yeah. The Bluebird is great.
I love their food, too.
Oh, I haven't eaten their food.
Really good.
Oh, that's good to know.
I went to your songwriters conference.
That's fun. No, that's very fun. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I go to Broadway when I have friends in town, but I'm not meeting someone on Broadway.
Exactly.
But yeah, everyone in my circle is married. So I just, and then like.
So wait, is that Brentwood and Franklin too?
So
it's Leapers Fork, Brentwood, Franklin, all three?
Yeah. Everyone's married.
And that's where all the money is, right?
That's where all the money is. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I'm in Franklin and.
Maybe we need to go to Memphis.
I don't know if
how many hours away is Memphis?
God, what is it? I think it's like 2 hours away. But you know, like I go to New York a lot too.
Me too.
Where should I be going when I go to New York?
New York is interesting. I was there last week, private clubs. But so is getting very young. So the upscale clubs are the Harvard Club, the Penn, like those going to dinner, lunch, and getting in, getting out.
Yeah.
I was looking for men there too. Now the men are on the apps. They're in the Hamptons there. So like right now the Hamptons are popping.
Yeah.
Upstate New York is not bad, which people don't realize on the Hudson.
Yeah.
There's a lot of small towns with a lot of men who have big real estate there, and they're just like, I want to get out of the city.
Yeah.
La la la. My friend just got a house in Fairfield, Connecticut. My business partner Bonnie, she's just like, I didn't want to do the Hamptons this year. I want to do somewhere else. So you got to move around, but you got to get out of the city.
I know
because it's only good during the week.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was very empty. I was there.
I was just there too.
I was there this week.
Yeah, me too.
Did you go for press?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
When were you there? I feel like
the whole week. I saw you on the thing.
Oh, that's funny.
I was walking down. I think it was Broadway or Spring, and Brielle must have saw me, and she texted me, "Come get sushi." Me and Ariel and I, but I had other plans, and they were in town too for their
show.
So
funny. I know.
I've known them since they're babies.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, Kim was on my first episode of the show.
I saw that.
Yes, I adore Kim.
I know.
What do you think, or what do you see with your clients? What's the biggest issue when it comes to love right now?
Right now is. Well, when you're in the relationship or when you're trying to get the relationship?
Okay, let's do both.
Okay.
When you're let's start with trying to get in a relationship.
So when you're trying to get in a relationship is finding it.
Yeah.
Number one rule. Like you almost have to give it to God and say, hey, you be my matchmaker.
Yep.
And we've all been there. We've all been like, is this the end? Am I never going to get anyone again? Like I've had this, I cry myself on Christmas Eve and, you know, like on holidays, like July 4th coming up. And I always think of it as romantic and I love July 4th.
Oh, yeah.
So you're like, oh God.
I know. I have those moments too. I went through that. Maybe it was Christmas Eve this year. I can't remember if it was Thanksgiving or Christmas, but yeah, with my kids. And I was like, this just sucks. I wish I had someone with me.
You're gorgeous. So.
Well, thank you.
Men, pay attention. God, Dear Media needs a men's, like all men's division of the network. I need to start talking to Michael and the guys.
Yes.
Because I was like, you need a men's division and we could start listening to men.
I like that.
Not children, men.
No, exactly. There's a huge difference there.
Like not the comedians that make fun of this whole thing.
Exactly.
But I think when you're in a relationship is being taken for granted, which is contempt, which is what the Gottmans talk about. Like,
exactly.
Like, you know, you see the wife get really nasty on the husband.
Yeah.
You know, and then they go, they take them for granted. That really gets and vice versa, by the way.
No, absolutely. Yeah, I think everyone wants to be appreciated. You know, even after 10 years, you still want a little appreciation.
I mean, you still want to be told you're beautiful.
1,000%.
And you want to say, honey, let's get jiggy with it and put the kids to bed, or let's get out and let's go out of town for a weekend. Like make date night. What happened to date night?
I know you have to do it. You have to make it a priority. Absolutely.
Saturday night, let's sleeping in on Sunday and putting the kids down or letting them go to a sleepover or something. I don't see why people don't do that more often.
It is hard when you have little kids, I will say. Making the time is really challenging, especially when they're so young and you're so tired. And if you're breastfeeding and it's like, I just remember always having kids hanging all over me. So then it was like, I don't want to be touched by anybody else. But you have to make it a priority. You have to get a babysitter. You have to dress up, feel good about yourself.
For that too, by the way.
Scream
Cream is a cream you can get from a compounding pharmacy or from Canada, and it makes you.
I have not heard about this.
When you get in menopause, we learn all the tricks.
I know. I feel like I'm in perimenopause right now.
You should get your hormones checked to see what your levels are.
I'm doing it.
Didn't you just say something about that?
Yes, I just had a doctor on.
Oh, I follow him now.
He's awesome. Dr. Lee Howard. He's in Nashville, actually. Yeah. He's amazing. And I test all my hormones. I'm actually doing a really small dose of estrogen.
I do estrogen, but I do testosterone, and I
which
do
is great
estradiol.
For women.
Yeah, I do it all. I mean, I'm on bioidenticals. From the moment I was the first one that went in the group. Like, I'm not friends with Ramona, so I couldn't call her. You know what I mean? But all the Bravoalities, I was the first one. Patty, what are you using?
Oh my gosh.
I went to Dr. Reed. She is the most famous doctor. Molly Sims goes to her.
She's out here.
Jennifer Aniston, she's here. She's all French. She got all the peptides before the peptides happened. We were.
Are you doing peptides?
I'm in the peptide parade.
Okay, so you're injecting them?
Yes.
In your butt or what?
I'm teraziptide here.
Okay.
And then I do BCP 157 when I have inflammation.
Yeah.
I'm actually looking at one right now for hair.
Oh.
Okay, which I just researched.
There's anti-aging ones too, right?
And I have my teraziptide has the NAD in it.
Oh, that's
nice.
That's
why it's the best. And it helps my cholesterol. So I don't have to go on statins.
Oh, so I just redid my boobs and I did peptides for recovery. Which I will say the recovery was.
Which one? TB?
It was 2 of them, and now I can't.
TB and
yeah, that sounds familiar. But yeah, there were 2. But honestly, the recovery was so easy.
Because it's probably that, because the
it helped.
So did you change your implants?
So I actually had a ruptured implant. So I had like full reconstructive surgery on my right boob, and I had to like redo my lift. Like it was full on. You know what? It was 2 days where I was kind of laid out, and I took painkillers, which I hate taking.
Did you do it here in Nashville?
No, I did it in Nashville. Dr. Unger, who's amazing.
Cheaper, anyway.
I don't think so.
I went to.
I don't think so.
I went to Levine this week.
He's the facelift guy.
I had the appointment.
You don't need it.
I do.
No, you don't.
I had the appointment. Well, I lost my cheeks. I had the appointment before. He's a wonderful.
Does everybody.
Lovely man, but it is really expensive.
How much is it?
It'll get you up to $300.
Up to $300 for a facelift.
But you know, I like the fact he was cautious and he didn't go, you need this, you need this, you need that. He is really, and then he has a nose girl in the office because I need to fix my nose, the tip. And she was amazing.
No, you don't.
She's amazing, and I like them. It's just really expensive. But I went to him, and he was wonderful and lovely. And if you need to get an appointment and you want to check him out, he's a wonderful man.
I've heard such good things about him. So I go to a facialist in New York, and she said to me, she said, the move is don't do all of the filler and the Botox and everything.
No filler.
Yeah, and you look amazing.
5 years I haven't had.
Yeah, you don't need it.
I only have Botox for migraines because I get migraines.
Oh yeah, I've heard about it. Where do you do it?
I do it TMG
here
and up here, but it's not facial. And once in a while I do it here for eau de pau. That's the cosmetic, but the rest I don't.
No, and you look great.
I haven't done it. Like I was looking. What were you saying?
Well, she was saying go to Levine for a facelift when you need it.
He's really. I'll get you in. Don't worry about it.
Okay, yeah,
he's very lovely. His whole staff was lovely.
I love that.
And they were really. And it's a simple office. It's not some elaborate hoo-ha. Like we've been to the Beverly Hills doctors. You know what I mean? They're all a little over top. He was just old school.
I love that.
I do this, and this, and I don't do anything else. And if you don't like it, too bad. Like he was just really cool.
The recovery just scares me on a facelift.
He said well, you have to go to, it's weird in New York because here we have recovery centers.
Yeah.
So there you have to go to a room like at the Carlisle or the Mall.
Carlisle, I recovered my first boob job.
You get your 2 nurses, they round the clock. Then you move to an apartment and then you stay here for a week or 2. Some people say 3 weeks. I think he said 2.
And are you in pain that whole time?
Well, I've done a brow lift.
Oh, you have?
I had ptosis where one eye is too small and the other. And I went to Dr. Honing, who's amazing in LA, by the way. And he evened my eyes out.
Yeah, they look good.
And then he did a little brow lift.
Is that from up here?
Yeah, that was in my 40s though. That was because of he'd watched me on camera and he saw.
Oh, how funny!
But Cami Parse is really good. He's also amazing for eyes. And then if you want the beauty broker, Melinda, she's amazing because she'll show you all over the country who's got what and who costs what.
I don't know
There's
about any
beauty
of this.
broker, Melinda. Check her out on Instagram.
Wait, that's amazing.
Yeah, she's really nice and she'll tell you who's what. And she knows what's going on in the industry.
I love that.
I didn't get Levine from her though. I got it from another doctor I went to.
Amazing. Yeah, he's the guy. I think
I like when people tell you who the doctors are. I saw Chris.
Yeah.
And then it came out the next day.
Right?
I went to the party for Elaine Goldsmith, J-Lo, and Darren Starr's house. And I saw Chris up front, and my manager goes, God, what a great facelift. And she was with Lori Loughlin, and I mean, Lori's gorgeous. And I just said, oh my God, she did. It's amazing. And then I realized I had the appointment with Lavina already, and then it came out the next day.
I love that. She looks incredible.
She is the poster.
I mean, it's insane. She looks 25.
I'll tell you this. I worship her. I want to be one of her disciples.
I know.
But she scares the shit out of me.
Oh, no, me too.
When I talk to her, I get really nervous.
I know. She has that effect on people. God,
Anna Winter must be the same way.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. I met Kris Jenner first time. I was dating Brody Jenner when I was 18. And I went to his cousin's engagement party and all of the Kardashians were there and everybody before they were the Kardashians. And Kris Jenner was trying to get me to do Dancing with the Stars. I was like, I'll never do it. And then of course I did it like 5 years later.
So when you were in Laguna Beach, you knew him.
So the second I graduated high school, I met Brody almost immediately.
I thought it was like you put them on the hills though, but that was later.
So he did the hills after we dated, after we broke up and everything.
So that was a fake out?
The
second time was fake out?
Yes. Yeah, I talk about this all the time.
I didn't know that. I just saw like your energy. Like I was like, that a fake out?
No, oh yeah. Yeah, no, we never dated when I did the hills. He was my real first boyfriend in LA though. I know. I love that you did.
I believed it.
I love
you
that.
You were a really good actress.
You know what's funny? I'm actually going to do some Hills rewatch for the podcast.
You could do Spencer and Heidi. You have to bring them on.
I know. They're my favorite, by the way.
I love
so
them.
I just watched their wedding and my first episode. And I was like, oh my God, this is wild.
Lauren would never come on, would she?
So Steven and I did a rewatch podcast, actually with your media, Back to the Beach, for Laguna Beach. And she came on that one.
Oh, okay.
So
that's because Steven was there. I used to call you the shredder when I was watching
the shredder. Way to explain that.
Kristin is the shredder. She's going to get any man she wants.
I love
and she's
you.
going to shred them at 10 paces away. I said that to you when you came on my show.
Oh, I think
I said like you're the and so my mate Allie. I go Allie. And Allie's thin and lost all the weight. I'm like,
oh my God,
I'm like, you need to listen to Kristin because she knows everything.
Right. Oh my God.
You told me about Jay with Dancing with the Stars. How you broke up and then he came to dancing.
Yeah.
Because he didn't want you to do it.
Wait, this is actually a funny story. So yeah, he never wanted me to do Dancing with the Stars. So we broke up. I called my agent. I was like, can I still get on Dancing with the Stars? But then I was only on Dancing with the Stars for 3 weeks. And the third week, they wanted me to talk about my breakup with Jay. And I said, no. I was like, I'm not going to air my dirty laundry. And they kicked me off that week. And he was in the audience that week. I was like, what? Come on, ABC.
You were really good on that show.
Thank you.
I just think we didn't have an audience then for like ABC because it was a popular vote then, right?
It was, I think,
now
it still
easier.
is.
But I think it's like easier now because it's like we have so much. You know, we didn't have internet. We didn't have that. We didn't
oh my God, you're right. That was before social media.
So you didn't have that thing you could do.
You're right. That was pre-social media.
Yeah,
oh my gosh. Yeah. Have you done Dancing with the Stars?
No.
Would you do it?
I did a mini one with Nick on my last season, CW, and Shauna came on, and I was terrified. Because we had to dance without the music, you know, when you learn the dance, you didn't have music.
Yeah.
And then I said, "Oh my God, this is like tiring."
It
was tiring.
It's hard.
I said, "I'd rather do a singing competition."
I love
that was very tiring.
Wait, I want to talk about the show. What made you go back to TV?
Well, I love TV. I'm producing 2 shows right now, and one we're trying to bring Millionaire Matchmaker 2.0 back with women.
Yeah, hell yes.
We're gonna
that idea.
We're gonna break down Francis's door and Andy's door if the last thing goes through. I'm like, please. But I love television. I really am a producer, and I went to film school. That was my major, and so I look at everything like film. And so I sold another show to CW, but they had bought Fuckboy Island, it was way too young for the network. And our show did really well in the demos. The problem was they were $400 million in debt. CW.
Oh my gosh!
Like 4 guys own it from Dallas, and they wanted to make sports, so they brought sports on. But I had a great time last year, and now I want to get back. I want to get back. You took Rachel Zoe back. You can take me back.
Absolutely. Right. You need to be on our TVs at all times. I'm obsessed with you on TV. And you know what I love about you is your tough love, no bullshit attitude. That's what people need to hear, especially when it comes to dating.
Kids need to hear it now. Are you kidding me?
I know. So when people come to you, and if you can clearly see what their issues are, you have no problem like just straight up telling them, right?
I've when you're in the hot seat, I'm spiritual. I also have a guide, which sounds really weird. I hear a voice.
I love that.
And the voice tells me what's wrong. And you know, like I'll zoom in, like what happened when you were 16? What'd your mother do to you? Blah, blah, blah. I had a one person, Claudia Jordan, come on and they go, okay, ask her what happened in college. And her father wasn't there for her. And I'm like, what? What happened in college? She goes, she starts crying, and she's a toughie. She got raped, date raped.
Whoa.
And she called her father, and he ignored it. He didn't think it was anything because those days, you know, he didn't say no or whatever. And lo and behold, we call him, and they made up.
No way.
Yeah, so little things like I just see my boyfriend's hate it, though. Because I'll see stuff. I'll see like I'll know if they're cheating. I can feel it. I had a dream once where somebody was cheating. I was dating him. I'm like, you're cheating. He goes, no, that was stupid. It was a dream. And it was true.
No way.
The dream told me.
So you're psychic in your dream. Well, more than just your
dreams. I've always been like that as a child. Like I come from a narcissistic alcoholic background. I know you don't have narcissism.
Wait, your mom or your dad?
My dad.
Your dad.
Worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
My mom was the enabler.
Okay,
she was married 3 times. My dad was married twice. And then I was adopted on top of it. So when you've been through trauma, your psychic antenna goes through. That's why domestic violence victims really are like, Where am I? What's happening?
Oh.
And it's because we don't know when the shoe's going to drop. And we'll say the energy just shifted in the room.
Yeah, you can just feel it. So when did you realize you actually had psychic abilities?
A 7.
Whoa.
And I told my mom my aunt was going to get divorced and that my uncle was cheating. And she's with another woman. And she goes, you're nuts. I was in 2nd grade. And my mom goes, stop that nonsense. 3 weeks later, she came home from a business trip, my aunt, and caught my uncle cheating. And he was in their bed with a woman.
No way.
Yeah.
What did your mom say to you after that?
She keeps saying, stop it. And then
I knew when
my grandmother,
you're like, I just predicted this.
I was 22. My grandmother went in the hospital, and I was very close to my grandma. My nana and I were like besties. And she went in for hip replacement because she's going to die. She's going to die. And, Patty, you're crazy. You're crazy. It's 1-day surgery. And she died of anesthesia poisoning 4 days later.
No.
So like I see stuff on television. I said, it's on the record. Where's the camera? I said that that Blake Lively was going to win the case and that they didn't know what they were talking about. And I told everybody, and everybody told me I was crazy. And what happened today?
No, what?
Oh, the case was dismissed.
No.
Justin's case was dismissed.
No
And I knew
way.
it. I knew it. First of all, there's a lot of reasons why. If you don't like Blake Lively, it has nothing to do with it. It has to do with the way production goes. And so, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, when am I going to meet my future husband, Patty? You're psychic.
What year are we into? I go by numbers. Hold
on. Wait, if you
2025.
can tell me this right now, I'm going to be so excited.
Why is 2026 so very big for you in dating? There's a man around. There's a salt and pepper guy, like 5'11", 6 feet around you. Do you know somebody like that who has a crush on you?
That's salt and pepper?
Like kind of like his hair's not completely dark.
Oh God.
Okay, I feel like he's a man though. He's not a boy.
Okay,
this is not a boy. There's energy's completely
okay,
different.
So he's older.
Okay, he's in Nashville.
Okay.
I see him in Nashville. He might be going through a divorce or he just got out of a divorce. Like,
is that why it's taking so
he's
fucking
not
long?
Clean. He's not clean completely.
Okay. So 2026.
Your oldest son might know him.
Really?
Yeah, something to do with
basketball
or
football?
Sports or through a friend, like one of those kind of like
a friend's dad.
Like you haven't seen him yet.
Okay,
he could be a friend's dad or something to do with like the friend's dad has a friend.
Oh,
like there's a 6 degrees here going on. Yeah.
Okay, I'm excited.
And he has money.
That's good.
He's feeling like law around him. Like he might own a law
like
office.
this.
There's a lawyer thing going on here.
But you're feeling 2020.
He's very country. He grew up like not rich, but he grew up okay, like middle class, but he's in like that area that you live in. Like he might not live on the right side of the tracks, but he moved to the right side of the tracks, so to speak.
Yeah.
He's humbled by it.
I love this.
I feel like he had a brunette wife and he's getting rid of her. Or he got rid of her.
How many kids does he have?
I feel like only one.
Okay, I love that.
I feel like it's like a great thing.
That's probably better because I've got 1 million. Wait, okay,
He doesn't want kids.
Great.
He doesn't want kids. He's like set.
Okay,
he rides horses.
I love that. My daughter loves horses.
Did you ever meet Kendra Scott's ex-husband? The one before Zach? She went out with Zach?
No. What was his name?
Because I keep feeling,
I have a friend that knows him though.
Meet him.
You think it's him?
I don't know his name, but I just saw his face just popped up. Zach Brown and him just popped up. Did you ever meet Zach Brown?
No, I've never met him.
He's friends with Jimmy John. I met him.
Oh, is he?
I met him. I went to the concert here. By the way, you want to meet men? You go to a country western concert where there's a man as not like the girl as the main gig.
Yeah,
Not Shania, even though I love Shania.
No, but yeah, men
worship
are not.
the queen. But you go to Zach Brown, has the best looking people I have ever seen at concerts.
Done. I'm going to look up the tour schedule after this.
Fixed you up with him when he was single.
Wait, now I want to Google her.
She's on my radar. You know that's his. I'm like, Kristin, what about him? What about him?
Send me all the men.
Yeah.
Wait, now I want to look up Kendra Scott's ex-husband.
He's really cute. I don't know his deal.
I have a friend who knows him actually.
Yeah, the one that I didn't even know she got divorced because she called me to fix her up, and then she met him, and that was it.
Oh, how funny!
Yeah, and then Zach texted me once and said, "Patty, help," and then I was like, "It's busy. I don't know what happened," and then they ended up colliding together. So that's how things happen.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. Okay,
he's the nicest guy, by the way.
Is he? Oh, well, good. I'm happy for her then.
The band is amazing. I didn't want to go. David's like, you have to go to this concert. You have to go. I'm like, it was his birthday. And I'm like, I don't like that kind of stuff.
And then you're like, wait, the hottest guys are here.
And then I got there and my mouth dropped to the floor. And I was like, this is the best concert ever.
I'm literally going to look at
I'm
the
a country western fan.
Yeah, no, I am. I mean,
didn't you go to Stagecoach?
I did go to Stagecoach.
Did you see Jelly Roll? He's my favorite.
Jelly Roll is so good in concert. He's the best.
My friend's husband is Post Malone's manager.
I love Post Malone.
And so I said, if you don't take me to this concert in July, I'll kill you.
I want to go see them too.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to Coldplay in Nashville coming up.
That should
I feel like
amazing.
there could be some good guys there. I'm manifesting.
I went
just
to
bumping
Imagine
into
Dragons
someone.
and there were a lot of good guys
I
there.
bet. Okay,
Yeah.
it's concerts like that.
Yeah, where they're men.
Yeah, the men, where the men are going.
Or even, I would love to see the Backstreet Boys.
I saw them at Stagecoach.
I know.
I
saw Joey Fatone in Juliet this last week in New York City. He was amazing, and I had a crush on Joey Fatone.
Oh, I know.
I was like, he was hot in this show.
I know.
We were like third row center. I was like drooling.
They were so good. I also saw the Goo Goo Dolls. I was like, younger
God,
me
see,
is
that's
just,
what I mean, like
I know.
stuff like that.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay, I love that. I want to take a quick minute to talk to you guys about a brand I love, and that is Quince. I've told you guys, but I just finished my closet edition, so I'm really excited about that. I've been living out of boxes, and so I was finally able to hang up all of my clothes, and with that came the biggest closet purge I think I've ever done. But because I've done that, now I'm trying to kind of fill in the gaps, but I don't want to waste money on pieces that I know I'm only going to wear once or just for one season. So that's where Quince comes in. Think 100% European linen tops starting at just $30, washable silk dresses and skirts, and soft cotton sweaters, versatile warm weather pieces you'll reach for again and again. Like I said, I have been browsing their website and they have so many great timeless pieces, which makes me so happy because I know all of these items I'm going to wear for years and years to come. And that's kind of where I'm at in my life. I no longer am going for super trendy. I'm going for more just staples and classic timeless pieces. I love Quince and I honestly think that you guys all will love it as well. So guys, give your summer closet an upgrade with Quince. Go to quince.com/honest for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/honest to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/honest. All right, we talk about ritual a lot and for very good reason. It seems like everything is connected to your gut microbiome. Well, the fact is, we're learning so much about how the gut microbiome is key to our mental health, immunity, and of course, digestion. But if you're looking for digestive support, Ritual has got your back, or rather your biome. With Symbiotic Plus, a 3-in-1 powerhouse of clinically studied pre, pro, and postbiotics to support a balanced gut microbiome with daily use. You guys know I love probiotics. I take my Ritual Symbiotic Plus first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. And since I've been taking it, I've just noticed no bloating. You know, my stomach feels really flat. I have a lot of energy and I swear it makes a difference with your skin, your hair, and your nails as well. And another thing I love so much about Ritual products is that they contain high quality, clean ingredients and that all of Ritual's products are vegan, they're GMO free, and they're tested for heavy metals and common allergens. Ritual's Symbiotic Plus is designed with a delayed release capsule to help reach the colon, not the stomach, obviously an ideal place for probiotics to survive and grow. One daily pop of mint scented for bloat, gut, and regularity support. Get your gut going. Support a balanced gut microbiome with Ritual's Symbiotic Plus. Get 25% off your first month at ritual.com/behonest. That's ritual.com/behonest for 25% off your first month. So excited to talk to you guys about the shower head Jolie. I can't even begin to imagine all of the money that I've spent on skincare and beauty products over the years to battle issues like acne or eczema from one of my babies, damaged hair, change in hair color, even skin rashes. But I recently realized I was completely overlooking the most fundamental step. That's the water that we shower in. Obviously, we all know how important it is to filter the water we drink, but why don't we even think the same way about the water that we're showering in? Clean water is the first step to an effective beauty routine, and it's a step that I had just completely overlooked. Jolie has made a huge difference in my skin and my hair. I think I've talked to you guys so many times about my hair journey. And since switching to a Jolie shower head, I swear my hair is really back to a good place. And it has been for a few months, but Jolie, I think, is a huge reason for that as well. Jolie is a beauty wellness company that purifies the water we shower in for better skin, hair, and overall well-being. Jolie's filtered shower head is best in class for removing chlorine and heavy metals, and it's the only lab-tested and clinically trialed filtering shower head on the market. Jolie will give you your best skin and hair guaranteed. Head to jolieskinco.com/honest to try it out for yourself with free shipping. And if you don't like it, you can return your Jolie for a full refund within 60 days, no questions asked. What other celebrities are you helping right now? I bet everyone calls you. You can't say.
Well, it's the housewives. Those people, like, they didn't sign contracts.
Yeah.
Like, I have them on my roster. I love Shannon.
Okay, yeah.
Like, I waited for Love Hotel to be over. Luann, I know. Like, I know them all.
So they're always just like,
then
as
I
a
thought,
friend,
like
hook me
Rachel
up.
Zoe would be kind of really interesting to fix up. And then
She
I
would
realized
be.
all the housewives are single on BH.
So funny, this morning, literally getting ready, we were joking. We're like, they can't really call it housewives anymore. It's like
really?
single ladies in Beverly Hills.
Why can't you and I do a show? Whatever happened to that Nashville show that you were going to do?
Wait, the show, hold on.
Wasn't Janine Kramer? What's her name? Just Kramer?
Oh, Jana Kramer.
Jenna
Oh,
Kramer.
I was never going to do the housewives.
I don't know if it was Housewives. I just thought it was like
I was never going to do.
Why can't we do a successful women show?
I could never do that
Successful
again.
women dating. That's really hard.
I know. I just don't think I have it in me anymore. Like to be like an
What if somebody
ensemble
wanted
cast with a bunch of women.
But what if you got fixed up and it was only about being fixed up?
I've been offered shows like that all the time.
Well, think about it.
You want to know my
get the
issue with
word
a dating
out.
show is I feel like it attracts the wrong type
The
of
actors.
guy.
But then I looked at Mel Owens and I was like, if he doesn't find anybody on Golden Bachelor, I want to put my name in the ring.
You should.
He lives in Orange County. He's a lawyer. He was in the NFL, which I love. The NFL made Millionaire Matchmaker. They used to watch us.
Oh,
and our
that's-
ratings went up. So
Oh,
that's why every
really?
season we had an NFL player.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah. I told when I went to Kim's wedding and I sat next to Arthur, who owned the Falcons, and I'm like, so who do you got that's single? Because I was like trying to find new ones to put on the show that year.
You know what would be great is like a coach. Like I'm too old for the athletes now, but coaches.
Coaches, yes.
Where are
They're
the hot
so
coaches?
hot.
Some of them are hot.
I watch them all the time, and I'm like, who is that?
I know.
Screw the players.
You'll see a photo and you're like, excuse me, who is that man? I know, I got to get into the
They're
coach.
always like in their 40s and really sexy, and they have scruff and nice hair.
I know. The problem is they work a lot.
Yeah.
They're always.
Well, the NFL's a short season.
It is short. It is short. So that's.
Have you met Travis Kelce? Maybe he can hook you up with.
I have.
One
He
of his
actually came.
friend
He was like
coaches.
one of my first guests on the podcast.
Okay, well there you go.
I know.
So you got to get him.
I've seen a couple of coaches on Raya. Actually, I will say.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe I should start scrolling again. On
And by
Raya.
the way, if you meet those people and they don't turn out to be the one, they have friends.
It could lead to something else.
Like you got to network.
Yeah, but is a
That's the
guy
whole thing.
really going to be? I don't know. I feel like guys get a little bitter if it's like it doesn't work out with me. He's not going to be like, well, I have a great friend. That's
No, that's
never
like dating
happened.
a few times at a place where they take you where their friends are at.
Yeah.
You know, and then you start following them on Instagram. then you start like liking their posts.
I
have like a little. I'm a maniacal maniac.
Okay, so you're cool with girls kind of doing a little flirt, like liking a photo, doing this, but not DMing.
Not DMing.
Okay.
Saying like, oh my God, yes, I've been to that restaurant too. Isn't it amazing? Like, like I saw somebody I liked and they went to Joe's Stone Crab and that's my favorite restaurant. So I went, oh my God, did you have the da 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 da?
Okay, I
and
like
then
that.
he answered me back. And then
it's the conversation
he's dating
is
someone, but he said, Patty, if I wasn't dating my girlfriend, I would date you. Like he was cute. He made like give a little heart thing.
That's sweet.
You know?
Should the girl ever, when you're dating a guy, ever say, "When am I seeing you?" Or no, right? I know.
Could you like?
I know.
Okay,
I would
like
never.
Palo Santo yourself. You know, like I can't.
I know.
Right. What is that?
I don't know because again, I take the stance if he's not pursuing you, it's because he's pursuing someone else.
If he doesn't give you Saturday night, you are not the girl.
You're not it.
If he gives you Monday, you're a laundry girl. Like,
1000%.
Like think about that. So that's what you have to do to men. You have to like date. Okay, in my book, Become Your Own Matchmaker on Amazon, you have to date a pair and a spare. So you have to always date 3 people at the same time. It's very hard for the roster to get moving. But once you get that first little fight, even if it's Cowboy, let's say Cowboy's at the bottom.
Yeah.
Like I can't marry him. He's so cute, but I'm not the right age. He's going to want kids. Yep. But he's great to take to a party. He's great to go to a concert.
Yeah.
Then you got the middle guy. You go, he's sort of cute. He has a nice house. He's just like short or, you know, like I don't like his job or something, or he's too many kids. Like I dated a Mormon once and he had 8 kids.
Oh my God.
And I love Mormons because they're always so pretty. But I'm like, I can't do the 8
That's
thing.
a lot.
And then
of
he
kids.
wanted me to move to like a part of
Utah.
Now I would move to a part of Utah with a branch.
Right.
But this was back in the day when I was hitting it.
Yeah.
You know? So I was like, no. Now I'd be like, sign me up.
Yeah.
So he's cusp. Then there's the main guy, the one you go, oh my God, I love him. He's perfect in every way. We have the best kissing. We have the best time together, but I got to wait for him to call. So that's why the 2 backups keep you busy. They will always rotate the 3. You might get rid of the cowboy and get another one that's a little better. And as you do this, you refine your taste. You level up. So when you get to your level right now where you've been through the storm, you've been through it all, everything is calm right now. So now you're like, I'm bored. Where is he? And then they're like, this is when you meet him. Because now you're not taking crap from anybody else. You're not falling down drunk. I remember once I saw her drunk in a bar, but I won't say.
Oh, no, and say it.
It was during Laguna. It was like right after Laguna Beach before the hills. And I was like, and you were dating an actor. And I was like, I want to go over. And then I said, no, she's kind of high. I'm going to leave her alone. But you were so cute. It was on Sunset Plaza.
I'm dying.
Sunset, and it was an actor, and you probably know who it is, but I'll tell you later.
Wait, no, who?
It was an actor. You went like one of the. I think it was on one of the.
Nick Zano.
Maybe I think so.
He was on
a show
with Amanda Bynes.
Yes, that's it.
That's who I met right after Brody.
And I said, oh my God, she's so cute, but I don't want to disturb the date.
Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, I was hitting the clubs all the time back in the day.
I was your age. I went to University of Miami.
Yeah. Oh my God. Right? I wanted to go to the University of Miami. Oh,
okay.
that would have been a good time. I mean, I was 19. That's what I did. I went out.
Right.
Absolutely.
She was so adorable.
You're so sweet.
Anyway, and I remember extensions. I found when she put extensions, I'm like, what is that? Because I never heard of extensions before. You'd go to the extension thing on Laguna Beach, and I'd be like,
yeah, we did for winter formal. Yeah.
Remember that?
Oh my God.
How did you? Okay, this is when we were growing up. I was offered to go to the prom. I didn't go because I didn't like the boy. And I just broken up with my boyfriend, so it was bad timing. So I went to New York City and saw something like a big play or something.
Oh, that's fun.
But you guys got these proposals.
Oh, it was full on.
It was like full on wedding proposals.
Yeah, it
and
really
we were
was.
All like, what the hell is this? Nobody in our country did that.
Oh, I know. No,
Did you invent this?
You know what? I mean, I don't know how long that had been going on at Laguna Beach High School, but obviously the whole time I was there at school, that was the norm. Girls and guys, even girls when because I think the girls asked the guys to winter formal, and then the guys.
That's Sadie Hawkins one, I think.
Okay, right, exactly.
You have to ask.
Exactly,
guys, yeah.
But everybody went all out, and I mean, it made it so much fun.
Do you know you ruined everything for everybody else?
Oh, I know. Like, good luck.
They were
every girl was like, "Hello."
I'm watching Ginny and Georgia, and they all have to do these elaborate to ask them to tulips and tuxes dance, and I'm going, "This is from Laguna Beach. They stole."
Oh, I know. I know. Oh, and it's doing Back to the Beach, the podcast. When I went back and watched it, I was like, God, that actually was really special that we used to do that. I mean, we went all out. It was
What was your
cute.
wedding proposal like?
Not like that.
Jay, what's wrong with you?
It was downhill from high school. Okay, wait, so let's go back to dating.
Okay.
So when you are just first starting to date someone, what are good questions to ask someone to see if you guys have long-term potential?
Okay, how do you resolve conflict?
Oh, that's so good. Yeah.
And just like, you're eating the hors d'oeuvres, he's feeding you whatever.
He's
the
feeding
calamari.
So how do you resolve conflict?
You know when guys really like you is when they want you to share something with them and then they feed it to you.
Oh.
Like the chocolate mousse, like, oh, here, taste this. Yeah, that's how you know. Like guys who are fetishy and keep their food to themselves, get rid of them.
Gross, go away.
Okay, so how do you resolve conflict?
Yeah, that's huge.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Okay.
Obviously. And then I always say, what do you feel about marriage? What do you feel about kids? Because, and you can say think, because masculine men think, feminine men feel. So if you say feel, he might change his word. Well, what I think is, and then you'll go, he's masculine. But if he goes, I feel, he's feminine energy. And if you don't want
to write this down.
If you don't want to be masculine, which you and I tend to get put in that category when I'm really feminine.
Yep.
And Jimmy John said, Patti, you're an alpha. I'm like, no, I don't want to be an alpha.
Not in relationship. Yeah, I'm an alpha in my everyday life, but in relationship, I don't want to be.
I am a killer at work.
Yes.
At 6 o'clock when I walk in the door, I want to be, hi, what are we
Exactly.
doing?
You want to shut your brain off.
I want you to open the car door. I want you to make the reservation.
Yes.
I want you to pay the valet.
Yes.
I want you to do everything.
Take the reins.
Yeah, and I will suck the dick off.
No, literally though.
Seriously.
I know. It's not that
I will
hard.
give. I will cook. I will make your house clean. Like, just do these things that we ask you to do.
I know.
The worst is when you go to the airport on vacation. And maybe the girl made the reservations because she's better at the computer or works with the travel agent and wants certain things. But then you get to the front and he just stands back and expects you to check in and go, okay, what do we got here? Do we have 2 bags? And I'm like, and this is how the vacation's going to be the whole week.
You really learn someone when you travel with them. And that is such a pet peeve of mine. Traveling with someone, this happened to me most recently, I'd say. And I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this. I feel like the father. Like, this is my child now at this point. What am I doing?
So that's what happens when, like, money usually breaks everything. And then you go to, like, we don't have sex. It's money, sex.
Yeah.
But let's say you all have money and there's other problems. And he wants to be feminine and he wants you to be masculine. So he'll start out masculine.
Mm-hmm.
And then midway through about 6-7 months, he can't keep the facade up, like the narcissist or the sociopath. And he'll go, drop it. And then all of a sudden you're like, what happened to that guy?
Yeah.
The guy that used to check in and tell me I'm beautiful every morning. The guy that used to pick up flowers. The guy that used to do all these things and make arrangements for the weekend. And he's like, now you realize it was just, his modus operandi to get you. And now he wants you to be the man.
Is that a form of love bombing?
Yes.
That is love bombing,
it is
essentially.
love bombing. It's kind of love bombing, but it's also deception.
Right.
Because they're con men. Basically, they're con men. And they know they are. And they've done it with 12 women before you. And they know how it works. Now, the girl that accepts it is accepting the bare minimum because she's been abused by other relationships or a father figure. Like maybe the father was absent. Maybe the father was abusive. And now she's saying to herself, well, this is the best I can get.
Ugh.
So I'll just keep my mouth shut and do whatever he tells me to do.
I hate that.
That's why you see these women running around like in a daze, kind of like, and you're like, are you okay? It's like that. You see a lot of them.
What's the most important thing for a woman to have then when she's going out into the dating world? Self-love?
Okay. Self-love is, okay, so what you need to do is the 5 non-negotiables.
Oh, okay. What are these?
So these are the things you must have. Like, so I'm Jewish, he's Christian. Unless we're going to go to both church and temple, can I have a Christmas, can he have a Christmas tree in the house? And if you say no, that's one, religion.
Okay. Yep.
Another one is where we're going to live, how much money we're going to make, how we're going to do the money. Like, for instance, if you're a woman who makes a lot of money and you go, but my dad paid the bills for my mom and I want to be traditional. I don't care what anyone thinks. You're not a gold digger. You're bringing money to the table. You're working. I would like him to pay the bills, the basic bills, the utilities, the mortgage, whatever. Another thing would be like, I think what else? Another thing would be like, maybe I've never had a guy that was kind. So I want kindness, thoughtfulness. I want somebody to nurture me. I want somebody to think I'm beautiful. Maybe I never had a guy who told me I'm beautiful.
Right.
And I want him to see me for who I am. I want to meet him at my level.
And those are different for everyone.
Every person has 5 and you'll change them. So as you date, you'll go, wow, I didn't realize I never had that before.
I will say every guy I go out with, even if it's one date, there is more that I take away about what I do and don't want. Everybody. I'm out here just doing research.
Well, you're not, this is the thing, you'll write a book on it. There are 2 quirks, physical quirks you can have. So like, I like hair and height. And if his belly's this big, we can walk.
Right.
Like some people, or you give him, GLP. Some people are very particular in that. I have to have him cut, and they get to a laundry list, and then there's no wiggle room for the universe to bring in a guy because you're so subtext into this. And how many in this percentage? Like the incel community is very upset about this. The men in the incel community, because they're like, nobody online is getting hot girls. Well, look what they look like, and they don't take responsibility for what they look like. Get their teeth fixed, put a spray tan and whatever. And so they're upset, like, nobody's 6 feet. Like, everybody's 5'8" and under. And I'm like, oh, my God, now there's a surgery for that. So I just went to the premiere of Materialist. And in the movie, there's something in there you're going to see.
Are you kidding?
And it changed the game for one of the characters.
Whoa.
It's the best movie, by the way. It's about a matchmaker.
Oh, I haven't even heard of this movie.
It's
okay, I'll have to check it out.
Song who did Past Lives. And A24 is the best production company ever. So I went and I met Dakota and Chris Evans. And,
I've seen all the press for this
anyway,
movie.
there's something in there. I don't want to give it away. There are things that women want. I can't date a short guy. I tried.
I know.
I'm 5'7.5". I wear heels, and I feel like I'm their. I feel like I'm their mother.
Well, you're gonna hate me because I'm only 5'3", but I also am like, I want a tall guy. I know.
Was Jay 6'4"?
Almost.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, like I've dated really tall guys in my day. I'm like, I can't
Brody's
do it.
really tall.
Brody's tall. I mean, all of my ex-boyfriends are very tall.
Yeah.
I know, I can't do it. This comedian
so
I dated was 6'4". Like,
I try to deviate.
Yeah.
And I mean, but just don't get a lot of quirks. Like get 2. Like hair, I can't date bald.
No.
I don't like bald.
Although I will say, there are some good looking bald men out there.
I haven't.
Yeah, I know.
Like when you go online, it's like bald men go on Bumble. Bald men are like, that's like where they go to die on Bumble. I'm like, how many bald men are there here?
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
okay,
really
good
weird.
to know. I'm not getting on Bumble.
No, there are other good people. I'm like just saying, like that's what I noticed. Like they always wear the baseball cap. And they put the sunglasses
catfishing.
on. And the sunglasses.
The hats really Really? I'm like, I need to see a photo without his hat on. That's when you know.
And men need to get better photos and look better.
Men are so bad at pictures.
They need best girlfriend to take their picture.
I know. The
or
dating profiles for guys. You should help. You probably do help, obviously, your clients with their profiles.
Yes,
but guys need a service.
I'm helping my ex-boyfriend with his profile.
You're a saint.
I'm like,
so
I love him, but I don't want to marry him.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah. Guys, I'm so excited to talk to you again about Astral Tequila. This is my new favorite tequila. This has awesome citrus notes in it that you really can taste. So I've told you guys before, but my go-to margarita recipe has always been and will always be a delicious tasting Blanco tequila, okay? Sparkling water, not soda. You want sparkling water because you want it to be, again, very clean. A lot of club soda has crap in it. Fresh lime juice. And then I love sliced jalapenos. I throw them in my drink, and honestly, that's good for me. Or you can do a splash of maple syrup, and it just gives it that touch of sweetness that is so delicious. That is my super skinny, clean margarita recipe. And Astral has been pairing ever so nicely with my margarita recipe. So if you guys have not checked out this tequila, definitely check it out. And guys, Astral Tequila is the official house tequila of Dear Media. So whether you're keeping it classic or shaking things up, there is no wrong way to enjoy an Astral margarita, especially when every sip supports Astral's mission to build homes in Jalisco, Mexico. Order it at the bar or serve it at home. Feel good about choosing Astral as your new house tequila. Astral is an affordable, great tasting tequila that mixes beautifully into just about any cocktail, especially a margarita. I'm stocking up this summer and making it my go-to for get-togethers, whether I'm hosting a crowd or just keeping it casual with a couple friends. So guys, Housemarque summer is here. It is time to stock up. Go to www.astraltequila.com, which is spelled ASTRALTEQUILA.com to find Astral near you. And don't forget the limes. Please enjoy responsibly. Do not forward to anyone under 21, you guys. Astral Tequila, 40% alcohol per volume. Diageo, New York, New York. All right, boss babes, let's talk about Shopify. Of course, starting your own business can be incredibly intimidating, and it can actually be really lonely thanks to all of the hats that you suddenly have to learn to wear. I launched Uncommon James in 2017, and I will say it's very tough in the beginning. I did wear every hat, but I love looking back and being able to say that I, at one point in time, did in fact do everything in my company. And you guys, honestly, I have to say, launching with Shopify made it as easy as possible. I could not say enough good stuff about them. Shopify is your e-commerce platform, but we use it in stores as well. So it's both, and it is so user-friendly. It's still, to this day, is my favorite app on my phone because it makes checking sales really easy. If you want to do different filters on it, let's say you're doing a summer sale, you can put a filter on there, see what products did the best. If I post on Instagram, I can instantly go to Shopify and see how many units we've been selling of everything I just recently talked about. So it's just a really great, fun app to use. Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world and 10% of all e-commerce in the US, from household names like Mattel and Gymshark to Uncommon James. So turn your big business idea into with Shopify on your side. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/Cavallari. Go to shopify.com/Cavallari. That's shopify.com/Cavallari. Coffee lovers, I want to talk to you guys about Everyday Dose. I love coffee. I love the ritual of it. I love the way it smells. I love the way it tastes. I mean, literally everything about coffee. But sometimes I do get a little jittery from it, and I don't necessarily love the way that it makes me feel. Well, Everyday Dose has the classic coffee taste you love without the nasty side effects. Plus, it has added benefits. Everyday Dose is coffee plus benefits. It combines 100% Arabica coffee with powerful ingredients like lion's mane and chaga, collagen protein, and nootropics to fuel your brain, boost focus, and give you clean, sustained energy all day long. There is Coffee Plus and there is Coffee Plus Bold. So Coffee Plus is a mild roast. It's light and smooth. It has low acidity, which is easy on sensitive stomachs, and it has mellow energy. Then there's Coffee Plus Bold, which is a rich blend of medium roast, 100% Arabica coffee. It's robust and full-bodied, yet smooth, and it has that extra boost of energy. Both are 100% Arabica coffee, have functional benefits, and are mold-free. That's really important when it comes to coffee. Get 45% off your first subscription of 30 servings of Coffee Plus or Bold Plus. You'll also receive a starter kit with over $100 in free gifts, including a rechargeable frother and gunmetal serving spoon by going to everydaydose.com/honest or entering honest at checkout. You'll also get free gifts throughout the year. That's everydaydose.com/honest for 45% off your first order. All right, let's talk about Armra Colostrum. You guys know I love it. In a world that's constantly changing, your health just shouldn't be up for debate. From the latest wellness trends to the chaos of modern culture, we're always questioning what's real and what's just noise. But one thing is definitely for certain. Your body wasn't designed for the nonstop stress, the processed foods, and environmental toxins of today's world. Armra Colostrum is nature's original superfood. It's packed with over 400 bioactive nutrients that fortify gut health, strengthen immunity, revitalize hair growth, and fuel performance at the cellular level. Because no matter where you stand on the latest hot topic, feeling your best is never up for discussion. I love colostrum. I usually just put it in a smoothie. I'll actually put it in smoothies for my kids as well, but I swear it makes a difference with your metabolism, you guys. I will die on that hill. I also have noticed it really does boost your immune system. It's really great for your gut. It's also really great for fueling performance, and it helps with recovery. As someone who is in the gym 4 days a week usually, and I definitely lift weights, that's been huge for me. So if you have not gotten on the colostrum bandwagon yet, I really do recommend it. I think you guys will all be really happy with the results. And I've worked out a special offer for my audience. Receive 15% off your first order. Go to tryarmra.com/honest or enter honest to get 15% off your first order. That's tryarmra.com/honest. What about for women and their dating profiles? What should they be doing?
I believe you say what you want. Like I wrote, I'm a feminine energy fail that wants an alpha masculine take charge kind of guy.
Oh, I love that.
Like I wrote what I want. And then only those, like the last time I did it, my ex David, I met him on Tinder, and it's funny because he wrote everything. I'm everything you want, but he didn't put his height. And I go, how tall are you? And he goes 6'1". I was like, phew.
Oh, thank God.
You know, like, okay, I'll go out with you now.
Thank God.
Yeah. And when I went out with him, I didn't like him on the date.
Oh, you didn't?
We're done. No. And then he grabbed me, kissed me, asked me to the Dodger game. And I was like, oh, there's the take charge. So you got to give them a chance to come in and give you the...
Okay.
Because otherwise you're going to just keep canceling people and not getting to know them. Sometimes you're like, he's on the cusp.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm not sure I'm attractive. Then they kiss you and you feel a little tingle.
Okay, that happens to me all the time. I'm like, he's a great guy, but I'm just not attracted to him.
But if you're not attracted, it's different.
Yeah.
This is like if he's cusping.
Yeah,
he's like,
okay.
He's like, ooh, I felt something downstairs. Like,
okay.
Ooh, I want to see what he's like naked.
Yeah,
like, then you're like, okay.
You're curious.
You're curious. You're dating curious. And then you go there, you go on there, but don't give exclusivity. The only thing is if you have sex, like take the clothes off, skinny dip, kiss here, don't kiss in or in.
Skinny dip. I love it.
Don't go here or here.
Okay, yeah. So you've talked about this. You've said that you think make the guy wait until you're
sex before monogamy.
No sex before
because
monogamy.
Because of oxytocin. So let's talk about.
Let's talk about this. Okay.
So women have oxytocin, and they can be bonded to a loser, like the gas station chemist. And this person will change your brain, your chemicals in your brain, to make you feel you're so in love you could commit suicide over it. And women have done it. So how do we protect ourselves? Where men only have oxytocin when they have vasopressin. So the way a man falls in love is by doing things for you. And I'll say it twice. Men fall in love by doing things for you. Let that settle. Not by you doing things for him. So if you do his laundry, you do his cooking, he's not going, oh my God, she's a great girl.
Right.
She's going, aren't I great that she did this for me? That's how their perception of reality is. When they get vasopressin, they immediately go to oxytocin. So the minute you have sex with them, they're madly in love because they've already done all these things for you. I built your IKEA shelves. You know, I took care of your dogs while you went on a business trip. Like they're doing stuff for you. And then you all want to learn stuff together. So let's say he knows how to ski and you don't. Like that's on my bucket list.
Yeah.
He teaches me. I'm like, oh, Bunny Hill. I'm gonna make him proud. He's gonna feel like
the
that.
man.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And when you start doing things for him, you're his mother. He sees you as the mother.
That's so interesting.
When you have sex without doing things, like you hit it, you had drinks. When you drink, you become masculine energy. Feminine women become masculine. It kicks out the brain part of the brain.
What?
And you become aggressive.
Oh my God.
Think of all the times you got drunk and you were aggressive. You're like,
yeah,
oh!
yeah, no, you're
and like
right.
you're like Vicky Woohoo, right?
I'm never drinking ever again.
So that's what happens. And then oxytocin will kick in, even if it's a bad orgasm or you're just like, touched you down there or whatever.
Yeah.
And so we don't want that because then there's no protection for the
Whoa.
woman. When you get to 50, menopause is average 53, but when you get to 50s, your estrogen starts to diminish and your testosterone starts to rage. His testosterone starts to diminish and his estrogen raises. And by the way, when he has sex with you and has an orgasm, 90% will go to sleep if you don't keep him awake.
Right.
Like, let's watch a movie.
Right.
But he'll roll over after one point and fall asleep. His testosterone drops. So then he leaves the house and maybe you hear from him once in 3 days and he didn't ask you out.
Yeah.
Because he has to miss you by letting his testosterone raise up.
Okay,
and that's why the rubber band stretch creates more testosterone.
So what about the whole theory men fall in love with bitches?
Okay, so my friend Sherry wrote that book.
Oh.
Yeah, I know a lot about that book.
Yeah.
And I am creating a show with Anna Christina called Black Hat Academy. I'm producing it. And she's like that. I don't believe in the bitch theory. I believe in the aloof with a smile.
Okay, explain
So that's
that.
more mysterious.
Okay.
So a bitch is a bitch.
Yeah.
That means he's attracted to a bitch.
Right.
And that means something happened in his childhood to be attracted to a bitch.
Interesting.
Because a normal person would go, you're a bitch and bye.
Right, because a bitch is someone who's mean. I mean,
right, and always nasty. I have
Yeah.
a friend doing that right now to a guy, and she's thinking of keeping him in check. And I'm like, you're not going to last with this
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
So what did he say to her last night?
You're a bitch.
Mean. You're mean.
You're
mean.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know about this.
Yeah.
She gave him second thoughts. We don't want to give him doubt.
Yeah.
Because if you give him doubt, it'll stretch. So you're aloof. You're like, oh my God, that is so nice that you want to go out Wednesday night, but I have plans. Maybe give me a call, I don't know, tomorrow, and I'll figure something other night out. Bye.
Okay. So not being so available.
Not being
Making
available.
him work
but you
for it
can
a little
also
bit.
be like, when you're in a relationship with him, you can be smiley and not talkative and just let him listen to him. And he's like, what are you thinking about? I'm like, no, I'm listening to you. That's all.
That's not playing dumb a little bit.
No, that's like listening and smiling and being like content with yourself because the energy is going down. And he's like, whoa, 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 I need to raise your back up. So he's going to work for you.
He's going to work
So it's all subtle energy cues, by the way.
Okay.
Everything is energy. You know that frequency, vibration. I'm
all
not talking
about
just
that.
law of attraction. I'm just talking the way we handle people. If you listen to the CIA experts on body language, they're going to tell you subtle cues. He's lying. He's telling the truth. All by energy. So if you go like this, you sit back, he's driving, and he's telling you a story, and he's like, what are you thinking about? And you're like, I'm listening to you.
Oh, cute.
He's now feels good.
Oh.
And he's like, she's a listener. But you could be thinking about your nail salon. And you could be thinking about, oh my God, I got to pick up my kids at 3. Like, he doesn't know.
You're doing your laundry
Don't give him
list
so
in your
much. Don't tell him every fucking detail.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way.
I think I do that sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like my buddy, and I'm like,
then that you can't make a guy a buddy.
Yeah.
Like my last boyfriend, I said, you are not going to be my friend. You're going to be my romance. Because
okay,
I had made my boyfriend
interesting.
before that my friend, and it was the worst.
Well, then, because then it becomes a roommate. But see, I do want my best friend who I'm wildly attracted to.
But
Is that possible?
The best friend you're wildly attracted to doesn't mean it's a best friend. What it means is you want to spend time with him.
Yeah.
You have things in common. You want to travel with him. You want to be
Right.
able to tell him your problem, because if you tell him your problem, he's going to want to solve it because he's a guy.
Yeah.
Only girls listen. Men, like females and guys' bodies, who go like, you're gay guys. Like
Exactly.
They're like, oh my God, well you shouldn't. Well,
Yeah.
He's more like, all right, well that person was dismissive to you, and this is what I would say to them. That's what a guy would do. Let's fix it. But a gay guy, whatever, is going to go, I don't know what we call him. He's going to go, oh my God, that's so terrible. Have a drink.
Yeah.
Like he's not going to want to solve your problem.
No, that's so true.
And you can't get mad for a man wanting to solve your problem because their whole job is to help you.
You're right. You're right. So if you have a problem and you just want someone to listen,
Don't
you got to
go
go to your girlfriends.
You can say at the top of the hour, hey, honey, I need you to listen to me, but I don't want you to solve my problem because I really just need a venting session. So he'll say, like my ex used to say, is this a venting session or do I fix something?
Oh, I love that.
And he would say that all the time, and I'd be like, oh my God, I love you for that.
I know, I love that.
Because he'd be like, okay, that's good. Like I was in trouble or something. He'd be like, vent or do you want me to make a phone call?
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really sweet.
So you just have to set the rules. A lot of times we get in relationships and we don't check in with each other and set rules up. Where he doesn't want to be annoyed and pestered.
Right.
He just wants to know. I have one of my girls who runs one of my offices. She said my boyfriend, actually husband and her, had a check-in session, and he says, I don't really understand what my role is. And she goes, what do you mean? We're married for 5 years. We have a kid. He goes, well, when my dad came home, he was in the fields. He was a farmer, and his job was done. And then my mom cooked. And then I'm doing the laundry. And she goes, yeah, but you like doing the laundry. This is true. It relaxes me. She goes, that doesn't mean you're a wimp.
Yeah.
And they had a check-in about that because he was feeling insecure about his role.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and communication is everything. I mean, just being able to talk. I think the issue is a lot of guys will not even have that conversation.
Well, that's the problem. So when you, obviously, the number one thing to ask is, are you in therapy? And it's not where your ex-wife or your ex-girlfriend took you to therapy.
Right.
It's like
for your own
personal. You'll get it in California a lot. I don't know about the East Coast, because when I go on dates here, they're like, yeah, my therapist said this. And I'm always like, because I'm from the East Coast, we would never do that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're in therapy? So, after the last divorce, my therapist was amazing. I kept her, blah, blah, blah. Or I changed therapists, or this one's a different kind of therapist because I need to work on this. And I'm always amazed at that. But if you ask when you're in your 20s, 30s, or 40s, and you say, hey, are you in therapy? What do you feel about that?
Yeah.
That's an important question.
I agree. Because anyone who's willing to do the work on themselves, I applaud. And if men are not doing the work on themselves, that's a huge red flag.
I've heard a lot of people meeting guys at the Hoffman Institute.
Have you gone to the Hoffman?
No, but a lot of my friends have. I've thought about going too.
Actually, I've had friends tell me the same thing, that you can meet people at Hoffman.
They're like, what? I'm like, yeah, because they're going through the same thing we're going through, and supposedly cute guys go to this.
That's what I've heard. I know. I want to go.
I haven't been there, but I've done Forum. I've done Forum a lot.
What's Forum? I haven't heard of that.
Forum was Est, where 300 people get in a room, and you can't. They close the doors, and you can't do anything for 3 days, and you're kind of like sequestered, and you get to go home at the end of the day, but it's very long, like 7 to whatever. We don't write. We're talked at. So Hoffman is more writing.
Okay.
And
more like.
I had an enlightening experience. I went there for the guy problem. I was in my 30s, early 30s, and I forgave my biological mother for giving me up. So you always get like an epiphany. I love that. The only bad thing is they want you to enroll everybody you know, and I'm like, forget it, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, no, that's.
I took the information and the wisdom. Yeah.
So that's just someone talking to you. You're not like getting up in front of everybody.
No, they have they tell you that you only have 10% of your brain is working, and then they show you it. And the one thing that I had in my group was a Holocaust survivor forgiving the Nazis.
Whoa.
And that we broke down. We were hysterically crying. So there are breakthroughs. They make you get scared. And then they teach you that the only fear to fear is fear itself. And then you start laughing. And you realize that everything's going to work out.
Yeah.
The universe has our back, like that.
Forgiveness is everything.
Forgiveness is everything.
Because who's that hurting besides yourself if you're holding on to that? Like I had to do
hate.
that. Yeah, the hate. Like that doesn't serve anybody. And the worst is meeting a man who's like in his 40s who's carrying around this anger and this hate for a parent or whoever. I'm like,
what about the ex-girlfriend or the ex-wife?
Oh my God.
The first thing you'll hear on that second date, maybe not the first, is like, oh, the bitch is calling me. She's blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, you call her that?
Yeah, right?
And
that's disgusting.
I've seen that. And I've seen where they are so mean to the ex. I'm like, she had 2 of your kids.
I know. You're an evil human being.
You don't want to pay this. You
don't
want to do that.
Yeah.
Like it's terrible.
No,
They're
it's awful.
unapplicable. I can understand if one side wants to get peace and the other one doesn't.
Yeah.
But
so red flags.
Yes.
To talk about
forget the waitress in the restaurant. How they talk about the people in their lives.
Agreed.
Yeah.
All of their exes. Because if the guy is blaming all of their exes for everything, I'm like, you're the common denominator. You're the red flag. Actually.
The other red flag. This is a big one.
Okay.
You're dating a guy. Maybe he's not been married yet, and he's friends with all his exes. We call them collectors.
Oh.
So in the industry. So he's a collector. And I'm like, unless you were married to that woman, what the hell are you talking about?
Why are you guys
She's
still
my
buddies?
best friend. We went out for 10 years. And I'm like, is she dating anyone? No. Then why are you talking to her?
No. Okay. That's great advice.
Collectors. You don't want a collector.
Hell no. Patti, I love you.
Thank
you so much for being here. Wait, tell everyone where they can find you too.
Okay. Well, you can just hit me up on Instagram, you know, or millionairesclub123.com. It's an S, millionairesclub123.com.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You're the best.
You're
This
the
was
best.
so much fun. Thank you.
I've been listening to you, watching you. And don't forget to watch, honestly, Cavallari.
Yeah, I love you.
I'm promoting it all week.
I love you. I know. You're so
all my
sweet.
friends are watching and call me, is Kristin really like that? I'm like, yeah, she is.